This is the first in a series of short step-by-step tutorials on how to best harness Google Hangouts for webinars with a simple software interface that makes setting up, presenting, broadcasting, and publishing webinars incredibly simple. In this first tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can easily configure and get your live webinars running and published with Hangouts within a matter of 3 to 4 minutes using Webinarjam's interfacing platform. Webinarjam is a simple-to-use, cloud-based app interface that allows you to manage and create professional webinars from Hangouts with a few clicks of the mouse. And because it's hosted on a secure cloud server, it means that you don't have to install anything on your computer or on your website, and you don't have to have a WordPress site or any other type of specific website for that matter. All you have to do is log in to Webinarjam's admin dashboard, configure your webinar, publish it online, and you're good to go. Here's how simple it is to set up. First, schedule your webinar. Here, as you can see, you have two options. You can schedule your webinar to go live immediately, in which case you simply select the first radio button and the system will automatically open up at your webinar room and give you the invitation link, which you can then send out to your potential attendees. Or the second option is to select the radio button to schedule it for later. You can set any time and date in the future that you like and schedule as many webinars in the calendar you want. Your potential attendees will then be able to select which of the dates fits their schedule best on the actual registration page. The next step is to input the webinar presenters and administrators' information to the configuration dashboard. You can add as many hosts and presenters as you wish, in case you want to co-present your webinar with somebody else. When you add your presenters or administrators' name to the configuration dashboard, you'll see that their details display on the registration page, so attendees can see who is going to be present on the webinar, which can actually help increase registration rates. Next, choose a professionally designed template for your registration page. Just browse through the different styles of templates and choose the one that you like best for your registration, for your webinar registration page. I'll talk more about these professionally designed templates and what you can do with them in my next video tutorial. The next and final step to setting up a professionally designed webinar is to pre-configure your short email sequence that you'll want to send out to those customers that have registered for your live webinar event. It's important that you keep in touch with your registrants in order to remind them of the webinar so they don't forget to attend. But more importantly, you'll want to warm them up and get them excited about the content that you're going to be sharing with them on the webinar. Just because they have registered does not mean that they will attend. So keep them warmed up and alert to your up-and-coming webinar. You're now ready to launch your webinar with public announcements of your up-and-coming event through social media, emailing your existing customer lists, YouTube awareness campaigns, press releases, and via general advertising. It's entirely up to you. Just use the link to your own registration page in your marketing. When a registrant registers their information on the sign-up page, their information will be added to your contacts list, and the system will send out your pre-configured email sequence to remind them of the webinar. And as you can see on the screen, registrants will be able to schedule the event in their calendar or request that an SMS reminder be sent to their phone right from within the registration page itself. So as you can see, setting up a live webinar with Hangouts using Webinarjam's interfacing app is as simple as coloring by numbers. And the result is a professionally designed webinar system that makes you look like a rock star. But that's not all. What I've just described is just the tip of the iceberg, how to get your webinar up and running in super fast time. In the next video in this series of tutorials, I will show you how you can position yourself as an expert in your field with professionally designed webinar registration pages. To find out more, go to Webinarjams/promo or watch my other YouTube tutorials from the links below.